30 minutes away from figuring out if we can keep this truck or not.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear.
If you're wondering why our storage area has this Frankenstein cover over it, it's because about a month ago we had a pretty bad hailstorm and the Airstream took some damage. A lot more hailstorms kept popping up in the forecast, so I bought this giant tarp and put it up, and of course it hasn't hailed since then, since I went to all the expense and effort to put it up. But anyway, we're about to go on a little trip, so I got to get this thing taken down and get the camper out, get it cleaned up, get it cooled off, so we can get ready to go. On YouTube how to work this thing on my back. Woo! Look at that. See it spurting out? I'm gonna put it right over the axles.
This is our third tow vehicle, and the camp spot that we're going to, which may surprise a lot of you, is in the hills of Austin, of all places. We're not going to Utah or Colorado. We have realized through driving here that the tow vehicle that we had for the particular RV we had, it did not work. The first situation was a 4Runner with a Little Guy Max. When we purchased the Little Guy Max, we drove our 4Runner there, and they told us, oh yes, this is the perfect match. Your vehicle can tow this. The first place we go, we tow our on up here, and on that first trip out around a corner, we lost traction, and we lost traction going up the hill. I really feel like the camper is in control, like I'm not in control. We realized we were outmatched. Then we got a Toyota Tundra. And that pulled the Little Guy great. And then we upgraded to a much heavier Airstream. We specifically were like, we are gonna stay within the means of our truck. We're not upgrading the truck. And the guy was like, okay, here's what you can get. Promised us that we could get a 27 foot or below. We went with the 27. We took her up here, and we got about 10 or 15 minutes from the campground, and the brakes were squishy. We like stopped at a stoplight, much like we are now, but we proceeded to push into the intersection. So in a short drive from our house, we had already like overheated the brakes on this drive because our payload was not good in the Tundra.
We learned a lot.
We've learned a lot
over the course of 2 campers and 3 trucks.
We could actually tow the Airstream. He was correct there, but we could not stop the Airstream. So now we drive a Ford F250 with the same Airstream. So we're taking her back to this campsite, and hopefully we're going to be fine.
So this place that we're camping is very inexpensive, but it's turned out to be the most expensive place we've ever camped because it's cost us 2 trucks.
All right, so if you ever come to Emmelong Metropolitan Park in Austin, Texas, be warned about this first hill. You probably read about it if you ever do like Google reviews about a place. People are like, park is great, giant hill getting in.
She's a doozy right around this corner. I want to get up some momentum.
Luckily there is a pull-off lane for slow-moving vehicles, I guess. Yeah, there's a double lane. So you're going to stay to the right up here.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Second gear.
Gonna get this beast up.
15% grade.
It probably doesn't even look steep on the
We're
camera.
gaining speed.
That's good, yeah.
35 miles an hour. This is the fastest we've ever been able to go at this. Almost there. Hanging at 34. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah, that was pretty.
We barely got past.
That was pretty easy. Someone stayed behind us.
Yeah. Watch.
Coming down is a whole nother issue, but now I have confidence we can do that. Okay, the really cool thing about this camping spot is it is a metropolitan park in the middle of Austin. It's once you turn off the main road, it's about 15 minutes drive. You're camping on Lake Austin, which across the street is $1 million+ homes. In fact, it's the neighborhood that Joe Rogan lives in. So it's a really cool mix of like cheap camping where you have really good real estate within your campsite, but you're in the middle of all of this.
One of the things I learned in my accident that I had last year with our weight distribution hitch was how important it is to try to hook and unhook your weight distribution bars when you're on a level surface. So I already know that this campground that we're at, the truck is probably going to be at a backwards angle when I'm trying to unhook, which makes it almost impossible to get all the tension off the bars. So we're here at the dump station dumping before we go in. I'm going to go ahead and take off my weight distribution bars so I don't have to worry about it. This is why we take the weight distribution bars off first. What are you doing? Chatting. We're all set up at our spot here. Everybody's chilling out on the lake doing stuff. What are we doing?
Repeat.
Getting some work done. Buttons, lacy. They are pooped. Not a bad view though. Look at this nice little lamp. That Lake Austin out there.
Yep.
Very pretty. We can get out there in the paddleboard later.
Tonight's cuisine consists of some rice, some black beans, seasoned with salt lick seasoning.
Show everybody what you got. Salt lick.
The salt lick out of Driftwood, Texas. Some homegrown tomatoes from our generous landlords. And avocado. We've got, it's on, don't look at the sink. We've got some pre-cut veggies we brought. And we've got a bunch of chicken that Jonathan crock-potted. And what'd you put on it?
I put Frank's buffalo sauce.
All right, so that's what we're having tonight. We're keeping it simple.
I'm hungry. Let's go.
I think that's it for the day. We made it to our campsite. We do not have to buy another truck. That's very good news. Tomorrow we will get up in the morning, have some coffee. We'll get a workout in, get some work done. We may travel over to Austin to see what's going on in the big city. We need to record a podcast while we're here, but luckily enough that we have better internet when we're camping here than we do at home. So that's good news.
That's
We're gonna upload, then cook some dinner. Sounds like a great day.
Best news of all, we don't have to go truck shopping tomorrow.
Yeah.
We interrupt this video to let you know something really important. If you're like us and you love RVing and you also want to prioritize having a healthy lifestyle, even when you're camping around, you need workouts to follow.
That's exactly what we do. We're online training and nutrition coaches, and that combined with our love of RVing, we've created the perfect plan to follow. We have an 8-week plan, dumbbells and bands only, and I've been testing this for the last several weeks while on the road.
Yeah, so where can people find out about this?
Check the description below for all the details.
All right, now back to our video. It's been a fun and productive Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Got up, did some work, got some breakfast, got a workout in, even blew up the inflatable paddleboard. Definitely suboptimal conditions for paddleboarding. Tried to stand up.
There's a lot of wind.
Yeah, a lot of wakes and a lot of wind. Basically, my body was a sail. Taking the dogs for a walk. What else are we gonna do today?
Back on the water for a little bit.
Back on the water.
It's hot. It's like 97 degrees out here. All right, we're about to make elote, Mexican street corn. I didn't bring the towels.
Oh shoot.
Okay,
right.
we're just gonna have to eat it by hand. Darn it, that's the cool
I mean,
part.
that's how you do it on the street anyway.
Okay, we don't have cilantro, we don't have the dowels, but we're still gonna make this corn. We made it in the air fryer last time we did this at home, and this thing is a convection air fryer microwave
Something.
jerky cooker. So we're gonna air fry it in here and see if this works.
But let me say this, even though this combination oven thing in the Airstream does work as an air fryer, they don't tell you what temperature you're setting it at. So we're just going to use it as the convection oven, which is basically the same as an air fryer anyway, because I know what we can set the temperature to as when it's on convection oven setting.
Right.
What's the hottest one?
400, 425.
Let's do 400. Let's start.
Stay. Stay. Good girls.
But she's drooling.
Go get it.
Looking.
Oh yeah, they're definitely cooking.
Let me get a shot. That was 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, the mic died during this part, but once you've got a little bit of char on the corn, coat each piece with some Mexican-style sour cream. After that, sprinkle the corn all the way around with some cotija cheese. We decided to go with the pre-grated to make life a little easier. Once you're done with the cheese, squeeze lime all over each piece. I told Blakely she went nuts with the lime. We forgot to bring cilantro and smoked paprika, but finish each piece with a little chopped cilantro and a dusting of smoked paprika. Bon appetit. I want to see you taste that corn and see if it's really limey.
That's perfect. Cooking up the digital barbell breakfast today. It's pretty
Good.
complicated.
Why don't you tell everybody why we eat the same breakfast every day?
Consistency.
I thought you were gonna say, because that's what I make you every morning.
Who's cooking? Ironically, when we're in the camper, I cook because I like this kitchen.
How much oats you doing there?
I'm going for 90
For 2 servings?
for 2 servings, so around 45 grams of serving. A little salt, and then we don't measure the water. We just water to look. Swirl it around.
That looks like a lot of water.
It's all right. I like to make sure everything's covered.
Wow.
We do 3 full eggs a piece.
A lot of people ask when we make this breakfast, like, well, what do you put in the oats? Well, as you just saw, all she put in there was kosher salt. You'd be surprised how good even instant oatmeal tastes with the right amount of salt. You don't necessarily have to add sugar or what else do people put in? Or honey, or yeah. If you want to get a little extra fiber, a few extra carbs, throw some berries or something in there. But oats can taste good salty and not just sweet, so give it a try if you never have.
Just turn it to low. It's not really that low. Actually, the last secret ingredient is this. A little pink salt on the top of them. Beautiful.
So we got up the giant hill. Could we get down without overheating our brakes? With a simple push of the exhaust brake button on the F250, the big 6.7 diesel handled it with ease. We planned to stop at Airstream of Austin on the way home to get an estimate on our hail damage. It was a good chance to pop back in the RV to get some work done while they gave it a look over. On the way out, we spotted this super rare slide out model that they had for sale. Pretty cool.